In today's brief video, I want to take a moment and explain why I've made the conscious decision to never moderately use substances or drugs again. This includes alcohol, weed, chewing tobacco, vape products, things like that. A lot of people will come on my channel and say, hey man, just moderate drug use, have some self-control, show moderation, practice moderation. And although I actually do fully support moderate drug use, and although I fully understand for some people that's the best option, for me it wasn't. And if moderation hasn't seemed to work for you, this might be why, okay? Now if you wind up enjoying today's video, be sure to check out the pinned comment or the video description to learn more about our paid and free Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching Program resources. Okay, so first and foremost, moderation to me is extremely boring, okay? And this really became apparent when I stopped drinking alcohol. Now, for those of you who have been around my channel for a long time, I didn't really have a major problem with alcohol. I would be what is qualified as a binge drinker. I would drink socially. I drank a lot in college. And then after I entered my professional career, it was mostly just on weekends, you know, Friday night, Saturday night, maybe occasionally Sunday during a football game, maybe occasionally during the week for some type of social event on a Wednesday night. But I was really a binge drinker. You know, you'd talk 2 to 4 drinks, 2 to 4 martinis, sometimes double martinis, and that was my alcohol consumption, okay? And I could take or leave alcohol, but I would drink it what I considered to be fairly moderately, all right? Now, I was out with my wife one night, and I had told her a bunch of times I wanted to stop drinking alcohol, and sure enough, I had ordered a cocktail at dinner right after I told her I wanted to stop drinking. And I'm sitting there looking at this martini, and I'm like, you know, this thing was $22. I was in Naples, Florida at the time, and this was years ago, so it's probably even more money now. I paid $22 for this, and I'm gonna drink one of them because, you know, I had to drive later that night, so I'm not gonna have more. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get really a buzz from this. It tastes good, but it doesn't taste great. Like, I'd much rather have a decaf coffee or a hot lemon water or just anything else really. It tastes good, but not great. I'm gonna be swollen from all the sodium in this tomorrow when I wake up. And I paid $22 for it. So then I'm thinking, like, what's the point of me even drinking if I'm drinking without the purpose of getting a buzz? And that's just me, without the purpose of getting drunk. Like, what's the point of even drinking? Why would I want to moderately drink? If I'm not gonna get buzzed, then I'm not talking to a point of blacking out or throwing up. But if I'm not gonna drink to a point of where I'm going to alter the way how I feel, why did I just spend $22 on this? And then it was shortly after that I decided never to drink anymore, and I just completely stopped drinking, okay? Because I was like, moderating this is literally, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of health, and it's a waste of time. And I think a lot of people, no, I know, statistically speaking, a lot of people make this decision as they cross the age of 30, 40, 50 years old, just because alcohol isn't processed by the body the same anymore. Now, so if I'm not gonna go to an extreme, why bother in the first place? That's kind of my answer. For me, moderation doesn't make any sense because nothing good that I've accomplished in my life, even the good times when I've gotten drunk, even the good times when I've gotten really high, none of it has come through moderation. Building a chiropractic practice that is a cash-based practice to be top ranked in our city, it did not come from moderation. I used to work from 5 a.m. I'd start with personal training to help pick up clients and build my clientele. I'd work as a chiropractor from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. and then I would work from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. at a different gym doing personal training to continue to try and build up my chiropractic clientele. I used to do weekend seminars. I used to go around to nursing homes to treat staff and employees carrying a table from place to place, right? We started from ground zero. I've made thousands of videos in the past about chiropractic care, well before I was the face of YouTube for quitting weed and quitting nicotine products. None of that came from moderation. I did very, very well, which I'm going to talk more about in the future, in CBD products and CBD sales. None of that came from moderation, okay? None of this, nothing that I've ever done, the house that I live in today, my beautiful wife that I'm married to, I went on, before finding her in a period of a span of maybe, let's say, over a few months, I went on 75 dates. I was on 2 to 3 dates a week off of Tinder, off of Bumble, off of Plenty of Fish, Coffee Meets Bagel, right? 3 dates a week. And now I have an incredible wife and a beautiful child and a truly beautiful life. None of that was from moderating. None of it. So for me to practice moderation goes against every grain in my body. And it actually goes against my gut instinct on everything that I do. Building this YouTube channel, building this coaching business, building a supplement company, none of that has come through moderation. None of it. So to me, I don't understand moderation. And practicing moderation to me feels like deprivation. And why would I want to be in a position in my life where I'm depriving myself of something? I would rather get to a place where that something just isn't part of my life. And that's where I got to mentally when it comes to alcohol, weed, vape products, dip products. That's where I got to. I'm not going to practice moderating something if moderation for me is painful. And moderate behavior for me has never led to anything good. Moderate behavior for me has always led to a very, very boring circumstance, a very, very boring life. And I don't understand why anyone in today's world of hyper-competitive behavior, hyper-competitive business, hyper-competitive when it comes to dating and stuff like that, you have to be hyper-competitive. Why would you be training yourself subconsciously to be moderate? Why? I guess there's people out there that want a moderate life. And I'm not saying moderate is modest, I'm just saying moderate. But to me, that's just the epitome of boring. And I think if you're training yourself in the realm of substance use to be moderate, subconsciously that moderation is going to spill over into your business, into the way that you treat your family, into your physical fitness, into your physical health. And I don't know. I think there's a lot of people like myself who feel that they deserve more than that, who feel that they're better than that. And if you don't, that's fine. Then be moderate. Go do drugs moderately. I guess that's it. So I guess this is really more of a rant. But if you've been struggling with moderation, maybe this is why. Maybe it's because you're a person of extremes. Maybe it's because moderation for you in the past has never led to anything fruitful, whether that be in a business, a relationship, in your physical fitness. Maybe you've acknowledged that moderation isn't the way to go, and you're trying to force yourself into doing something that goes against the type of person that you are. Maybe that's why you're struggling with moderation. That's certainly why I was struggling. And why would I want to moderate something that takes away from me? Physically, financially, psychologically? Why would I want to do drugs? Something that takes away from me. When I could be out there expanding on everything else. Expanding on my business income, expanding on my relationships, expanding my family, actively trying to have more and more kids. Why would I want to contract when I could try and expand? I don't get it. If you are that type of person, I'm probably not the person that you want to work with as a coach, although we do help people moderate substance use. And I'll tell you what that comes down to. That comes down to breaking away from the ideology that you have a disease, the idea that moderation is something you're incapable of. I know I'm capable of moderation, right? It's just, I don't care to try to practice it. I don't care to try to practice the discipline of moderation. I like the discipline of expansion. So, but I guess we could help you. But I don't know if we're going to relate as much. That's all. Then again, we got a money back guarantee on our coaching. So if we don't, I guess you got nothing to lose. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to check out the free ebook on how to quit smoking, how to quit vaping. If you want the abbreviated version, check out the 7-step guide. You can find that in the pinned comment and the links in the video description. Or follow me right into the next video where I talk a little bit more about moderation and why I don't agree with it. Until next time.